Okay, so good morning, class. Before anything else, I want you to pick up the pieces of paper under your chairs and arrange your chairs properly. Okay, arrange yourselves and may we have Miss Arcelias to lead the prayer. You may now all have your seats. So once again, good morning, class. So let me check attendance first. Is there any one of you who are absent from row 1, row 2, and row 3? Okay, very good. I want you to get a piece of paper and a pen, and I want you to answer the scrambled words silently. So are you all done? So who can tell me what these words are? For number 1, may we have Miss Tatividad? Yes, you got it right. It's healthcare. For number 2, may we have Miss Caspe? You got it right. We have oil spill for number 2. For number 3, Santas. Miss Santas. We have flash flood for number 3. Okay, for number 4, may we have Miss Elisan? You got it right. We have environment for number 4. Number 5, Mr. Zapanta. For number 5, we have, we have drought. For number 6, may we have Mr. Silveta? Yes, we have pollution for number 6. For number 7, may we have Mr. Notario? You got it right. We have deforestation for number 7. For number 8, may we have Mr. Feji? Exactly. We have community for number 8. For number 9, may we have Miss Galvez? For number 9, we have health. Exactly. So, very good. All of you got a correct answer. So what comes into your mind when you hear these words? Yes, Miss Aure. So very good. Based on those scrambled words, it clearly defines the factors that build or affect the community and environment. So now, what do you think is our lesson for today? Yes, Mr. Sola. Our lesson for today is all about the concept of community and environmental health. So I want you to group yourselves into 5. I need 1 representative from each group to please come forward and get 1 cartolina and a marker. I want you to create a Venn diagram that contains your ideal or dream community and the existing community. In the space where 2 circles meet, I want you to write the similarities of these characteristics. If you're done creating your Venn diagram, you may now post it on the board. So 1 representative from each group will present your work. You are given 4 minutes to explain and 1 minute to wrap up everything. So very good. Based on what you have said, all of you got it right. In the existing environment, we are facing a lot of problems that is mostly caused by humans. So as for the ideal community, it is so amazing, for it is so nice to have 1 of those in the existing community that we have today. So for this day, we are going to discuss the concept of community and environmental health. So raise your hand if you want to answer. So for our first question, why is your community not an ideal one? Yes, Mr. Resurrection. Thank you for your answer. I agree with you. In the existing community that we have, garbages are everywhere, like rivers that causes pollution to both water and air. For the next question, what characteristics would you like to have in your community? Yes, Mr. Araneta. Impressive. A healthy community is one of which all residents have access to a quality education, safe and healthy homes, adequate employment, transportation, physical activity, and nutrition, in addition to quality health care. For the last question, how can you make your community an ideal one? Yes, Mr. Mr. Bacchus. Very good. So it is also important to keep our community clean so that humans, animals, and plants are not exposed to pollutions that can harm everyone. So if we don't have clean environment, then pollution can spread and nature will be impacted. And yes, all of you are right. So for our next question, do you think we still have a healthy community today? Yes, Ms. Casitas. Exactly. Actually, Palawan is the safest place in the Philippines because it has no active volcanoes, neither active fault lines nor deep trenches. And it has abundant of mineral resources such as marble, silica, limestone, nickel, chromites, copper, iron, pyrite, sulfur. We also have guano and rock phosphates. Mercury, we have gold, we have manganese, and oil, strategically located in the entire island province. So that is why people maintain its cleanliness and promoting safe environment to live in. Okay, so for another question, what is the purpose? Why we need to study an environmental health? Yes, Ms. Natividad. Yes, you're right. The role of communities in improving health is receiving increasing and long overdue attention in health policy. And practice stronger recognition of the role communities can play and greater involvement are needed if there is to be a successful move. And for the last question, what are the things that we should do to solve environmental problems? Yes, Ms. Panglogan. Okay, very good. These are just some of what we can do, but we will contribute a lot in preserving and saving our environment. So we should always state in our minds that environmental issues are a warning of the upcoming disasters. If these issues are not controlled, there will be soon no life on Earth. Okay, so we have two bonus questions here. So, how beneficial it is to have a healthy community? Anyone? Yes, Mr. Sensai. Exactly. Healthy community allows you to have a good access to medical care, wellness amenities, and healthy foods, and at the same time, within the community, the social interactions you have can highly impact your mental and physical health. Last, why do we have to be conscious in what we do in our community? Anyone? Yes, Mr. Ben. Exactly. Consciousness is pervasively bound up with intelligent perception and conceptual thought. So it is not mere sensation or raw feel. Having this understood consciousness can better recognize how many people, how many of us that possess such deep intrinsic value that life without it would be a little or no better than death. So for our next activity, I want you to create an ideal community by group. I want you to go back to your respective groups and pick one representative to get the task cards. One representative to get the task card, the manila paper, and the marker in front. So as you can see in your task cards, behavior is being observed. So work on your task silently. You are given 5 minutes to do the given task and another 3 minutes to explain. You may start now. So time is up. I want you to pause your work in front and explain it. Perfect. So I want you to go back to your respective seats. Get a piece of paper and a pen because we will be having our short quiz. If you're all done, pass the paper to the center aisle, then forward in the counts of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, class? I want you to stand up, arrange your chairs, and pick up the pieces of papers. Goodbye, class, and see you next meeting. So, before anything else, before I'll dismiss you, I'm gonna give you an assignment. I'm gonna give you an assignment to for the next meeting, study about community health. Okay? So again, thank you so much, class. Goodbye. Good day. Stay safe and God bless.